welcome back to Hopes and Dreams Racing. Last week, hope everybody had a great time. Continue to like, subscribe, and notify. Share if you like. Last week we're doing the seat belts, and we're going to continue doing that this week. After taking the seat belts out, we're going to take the seat out so we can also get to underneath the dash and try to wire that in. I did get a late start today, so we only have roughly about 5 hours of sunlight, give or take. But the race is right around the corner. Might have to do something a little bit later as well. We'll see. Anyhow, if you don't have the right tool, make sure you use the wrong tool. You guessed it. It's time to clean it up. Best we can. I would use the vacuum cleaner, but I don't want to put water in it. So, get all the, what do you call that, all the stuff out that is natural. It's not native, but it's natural. Besides, finding is kind of hard to get in the shop back anyways. Viable degradable? Sure. Oh yeah, you'll get the shop back. So we're going to want to get basically the wires from this guy. Not sure if you can see me or not, but wire it up on the driver's side so that way the emergency crew can shut the engine on or off if in case of a rollover or whatever, if I'm knocked unconscious, whatever the case may be. So I'll have to wire something in here, which makes me happy that we took the seat out, because now I can fit in here a little bit better to crawl up underneath to do that. Not too worried about the transmission shifting issue right now, because the car runs, it moves. I just want to get the stuff that gets me to the track. I want that done. We'll talk about a little bit later about what day it is and whether or not I have time. We'll see. Alright, it's a little bit later, and or at least we're going to talk about the dates anyways. So today's the 6th, next week is the 13th. So it gives us one more day to do what we need to do. Hopefully the timing stuff is in, and then we can work on the engine again and get that finished up. So yeah, let's get to her. So I dried it out before I crawled down there, because I still got, like I said, got to crawl down there, I'm just blabbering, if I'm being honest. Alright. I'll disconnect it from the battery, and that way I don't shock myself. Well, it might be a shocking experience. Nonetheless, I don't want to deal with that. No. I pulled the battery cable off, and what my plan was is to take the wire from this that went to the battery, come over here to this switch over here, connect it to that, and then connect this wire from here back to the battery, and all the accessories that are on that switch will now be on both of these. So I can just leave this on and just use that switch, and then the safety crew, if they need to, they can use this and it'll do the same thing. So and whoever built this thing should really be called the Zip Tie Garage or something, because man, I tell you, they like zip ties. They like them a lot. Alright, so I got this piece of paper here, and all I'm going to do is trace it. Maybe I should do it the other way. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. I'll cut this out. I'm going to leave this portion here and kind of go that same distance around and make sure it's what I want. Here's my special scissors. You can use your wife's craft scissors or your kids' school scissors if you like. It's your funeral. I prefer these because they're long. It gives you an idea to be somewhat square on longer cuts like so. Not that it's great. Look at us being all professional like. Man. So yeah, something like that. And we can choose to weld this in or screw it in. I'm probably going to screw it in because I don't want to break the welder out here. Although I might, you know what? The way this metal is, I'm going to go ahead and weld it. So I got to bring out the grinder, kind of clean this up a little bit and weld it and not paint it, and so it'll rust. That way it looks like this stuff. In case you're wondering where I got this metal from, an old microwave I got out of the house. Alright, well, I decided we're not going to weld this because though my cart is on wheels, it's kind of a pain to drag through the mud. So, screwing it on it is. Get some screws real quick and meet you out there. Ooh, I don't like that. Bad part about having something here that you can't see through, you can't see through it. Because the idea of driving a race car, well, any racing, any driving really, you want to be able to look through your corners as much as possible. You know, that limits that factor. I know it's just a little bit, but every little bit counts. All right, let's see where we can drill that at. I have to get a different drill bit. This one's duller than I am. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. All kinds of room. That is a dull drill bit. I took the wrench and just pushed it back so it can get a thread. Now we just need to see what our switch looks like. I'll be honest, I thought these came with 2 nuts. I'm happy with that. Got lucky. So, on, off. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, not that you haven't ever seen one before. Yeah. So this will go on like so. You can either do it where this dial is pointing at your on-offs, which is how it's supposed to be done, or you can do it that way because it's just easier to see. Yeah, like so. But we'll leave that out and wire it up. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this long. There's no reason to cut it back. I'm only cutting a foot off. Hopefully I got enough battery cable left. We'll see. Alright, so I got the wire fed through from the other side. I had a long enough cable to go all the way across, and one side was already done, so we can just put this on here, go to the other side. Good thing it's not hooked up to the battery, but you're like bzz, 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 bzz. Pretty. Not really. Good enough for the girls we go with. There we go. Go to the other side and pull everything through. Alright, let's crawl in there and get that done. Alright. Ground seems to be okay. So, Evidently this wire was already pulled all the way through, that's why I couldn't pull it any further. But we can either just lay it on the ground, cut it, and be done with it, or we can actually try to, you know, feed it to where it comes, you know, down the frame, down this bar, and then attaches, which I'm for. We got plenty of it. Alright, so there's that. Probably actually down there. So cut this guy off. Just nice little loppers. Nice clean cut. You can either use a knife to go around in a circle on this thing, but first we need to find the right grommet. You want to make sure it's big enough to go around all the copper, which I think will be good there on that. And I want to make sure it goes around the battery, which I'm sure we got plenty of room there. Oh, jeez, that hurt. Hit my head. Oh, what's wrong with me? So I use the loppers and kind of cut most of the way through the rubber. Just roll it around in a circle. Cut a little more. Doesn't give the squarest cut, but it works pretty good. Hey? Put that guy on there. Probably did a little too much, but I'm okay with that. I use these guys for crimping it. Nice and snug. That might be too big. We'll see. There you go. Then you just heat this up. Sorry for the wind. There. Got a lot of exposed copper all done and dealt with, other than the obvious. Get this hooked up. Then we can test our work. Then we'll come back and zip tie all this up. Alright. On. No noise. On. Noise. You can hear the fuel pump kicking on. There's the fan. Shut this off. Well, the fan's already off, but I'm shutting it off. No fuel pump noise. There we go. So that works. Later we can come back and weld the plate back on. The on-off switch plate. That way it just appears better and it gets rid of this sharp point. Well, it's really not that sharp, but I'm doing seatbelt things, hopefully keeping you in the bed of the truck there. You won't, that's what I'm looking for, get too much wind. This is funny. They zip locked it and they sealed this, they put a seam in there. That's funny. So first things first, if you are right-handed or left-handed or ambidextrous, basically what I'm saying is you want to make sure you put this portion on the correct side that you want to peel out of the seat belt from. I'm right-handed, so I like it on my left side. It's easy for me to reach over and pull it off, like so, and then just unbuckle. In case you got to get out and hurry. Not that I have that experience. You're going to want to know that because that's the side you're going to want to put this on. The only reason why I mention it because I put it in backwards before. Not necessarily hassle, but it was inconvenient. So you can always tell, in my opinion, the cheap seat belts from the good seat belts. See this guy? That is supposed to fit in there. This is supposed to fit in there. See this guy? Yeah. Way better of a design, in my opinion. So yes, I'm reusing them. So there's one down. And people reuse these parts to, like, you know, for their window net and stuff like that. You know, it's a good design as far as that stuff is concerned, so why not? Yeah, this is a really long belt. There is a right side and a left side to your shoulder bolts, just so you're aware. To my knowledge, it's not marked. Never looked. This would be the right side. And here's some handy dandy instructions. See, they want you to fold the ends like so to fit it through that. Yeah, okay. I thought you should be aware. There's instructions when you buy a set. Oh, nobody takes these off. I don't think I have either. Going to now. That don't make sense. They just rivet it on? Okay. It don't really matter. Leave it on if you like. Take it off if you don't. Let's see. And then in this part they give you an extra long piece. Whatever. As far as where this piece sits here, it's a preference. I prefer it not to be on my lap or on my hip or anything like that. That's all I really look at. This one appears upside down compared to the rest of them because it comes up and over this way. Alright, shall we go install it? We shall. Keeping my rubber bands up. Not that one, it's broken. They're kind of free, or $100 depending on how you look at it. Loud noises. I was right, that was loud. Nice and tight. Make sure I got this one correct. I do. Bonus. It's almost like winning the lottery. Where were we? I think we were putting these bolts in for the seat. Got slightly distracted with the neighbor. Needed his lawnmower fixed. Man, that thing does not want to go in there. Drill bit. Got it. Loud noises. Seats in, belts are in. The vacuum on this thing. Alright, so time to wire this in. Or not wire. But kind of install it a little bit. Got some zip ties somewhere, probably left in the garage. No, I didn't. Okay. Running out of zip ties. Alright, I'll just run that down and nothing special. That pretty much solves it. Alright. So I started picking things up after jacking the car, and then this actually was the right size socket, so I'm not sure if you can see how wobbly that is. I'm sure it's just a wheel. Okay, it's not real bad wheel bearing, but somebody told me these were going to be studs, you know, like a bolt instead. We'll see. Oh, there that one was. Maybe they're supposed to be. Maybe. Man, they went all out with this one. Disc. And a spacer. I'm not worried. I get why they did it. Being completely honest, I'm not a fan of this tire. It's going on there anyways. Don't vote confidence that that's not going to strip out on me. Zero confidence. Okay, so small problem. Not enough threads. It looks slightly cambered or towed. Should I be worried about that, you think? There's no thread there to thread into. I'm gonna look, see if I got a bolt I can cut down. See what I can find. Alright, so situation. You'd think I just put an Allen wrench in there and turn that thing. No, it wants to strip. Tried telling it to keep its clothes on, but it just wants to strip. But bigger tire, jack's leaking. So I'm gonna do the right thing and tighten it back on there, and then just hold this new one here. Hey, this one bends too. Alright. What is making that noise? The spacer is making that noise. What are adjustable coilovers? Let's take the spacer out and see what it does. Maybe it'll give me a few more throws. I mean, I'm sure it will. What's going on here? Help me under. Damn. Stop. It's like it don't get tight enough. That's what's going on. It's too big, too small. It's just riding on that. That's why they put the spacer on there, I'm betting. And the spacer's causing it to wobble. Maybe not. Maybe the rotor's shot. Alright. Let's put the other wheel on and see what it does. That one was taller. By 20%. I thought they put the spacer on to make it stand out further away from the vehicle to help it turn left, which is what it would have done. I'm curious if that's what was causing the problem of it wobbling. Let's find out. Nope. Okay, so we're not fixing this problem tonight. Makes me wonder if I have another wheel that'll fit this. I don't have a wheel and tire, at least I don't think I do. I might somewhere around here, but I got a wheel. Yeah, that center of that don't fit either. Do I care that that wheel is bent? So I guess I'll be taking this to the Schwab's, see if I can't find one. Here comes some bikes and stuff. That sounds like fun. We should do that instead. Alright, so that looks like it's fine. Well, it's going to be getting dark pretty soon. I'll show you without the light, see what happens. Okay, it still does not appear that dark in the camera. That is so weird to me. Alright, anyhow, I'm going to start cleaning up before it gets too dark. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it, really. I really do. Appreciate it a lot. Please keep sharing and put the notifications and likes. All that good stuff. 2 more weeks, then we'll be at the racetrack. I hope. Anywho, y'all have a great week, and see you next week. All right, bye.